Good morning, folks. This is Mr. Dan coming to you from the Landscape Design Classroom, and today I'm going to talk to you about designing floral arrangements. So the main idea here, how can I use design concepts in making floral arrangements? The video or the picture posted below is from the White House, which shows a florist working on an arrangement for a state dinner. We're going to talk a little bit about different design concepts, but these are pretty nice, pretty luxurious looking arrangements. Definitely used to complement all the white hues in the White House. So first we're going to make our plan. So getting started, you want to start with simple pencil sketches, list of plant material and other supplies, objectives to accomplish. And when thinking about those objectives, you're going to think about where it's displayed, the purpose, mood, or feeling, the appropriate size, shape, and color. Are you going to have vertical or horizontal movement or both? Background color and surrounding features. So learning by doing, definitely an FFA model trait here, but you want to be limited to 2 or 3 colors, appropriate size and color container, an odd number of flowers, new types of containers, and think about twigs, fruits, grasses, etc. So if we take a look at the picture on the right, we have 3 colors here with the pinkish purple, the white, and with the green ferns in there. So the combination of the 3, and you can typically use more colors if you want, but you always want to stay with an odd color. So if you go beyond 3, have 5 colors. And bigger the arrangement, the more you can work with. But I typically like to keep it simple with 2 to 3 colors in your arrangements. So a center of interest, just like we were doing with a focal point on a landscape, you want to do the same thing with a floral arrangement. The most beautiful, largest, or brightly colored flowers typically at the center of your interest here, often near where the container and plant material meet. And let's talk about selecting plant material. So what do you want to include? Flowers as a starting point, foliage and other materials to add color, hues, and shapes. So if we take a look at the picture here, we have some white roses, which are typically your focal point, some baby's breath, which complements it, and then you have your green ferns in the back, which add a nice backdrop. So forms of plant material, lines and spikes, including bare branches and tall flowers and grasses, adds height. Background, including green foliage and other plant material. Round forms such as carnations, roses, and chrysanthemums, providing mass. Filler material to soften, such as baby's breath. So let's take a look at some basic designs here. So we have a side triangle, which is high side, either left or right, heavyweight material in the lower corner, and lighter weights at tips at the bottom and along the sides. So if we take a look at the picture here, our plant material, we're looking at a side triangle with your height on the right, your lower side on the left. A full triangle, tall central line flanked by equally spaced lines, patterned lines with buds and foliage, and open flowers for a center of interest. So you're going to see a full out triangle with your tip and then both sides coming down to the sides or coming down to the bottom. A tall triangle, it needs a tall, slender container and tall plant material, suitable for exotic foliage, must fit the location. And these are typically good if you're working with a limited amount of space, but you want to have both sides of that triangle formed on the bottom. So half circle, low horizontal design, typically works really well for table settings or in the middle of like a large banquet. So you can have a lot of these sitting around and they make the table look excellent. It works well in a container with a base, kind of like the ones we use for Christmas floral arrangements. Sometimes call it fan shape. Works well on a long rectangular dining table, just like I was saying before. So complete circle, often used for formal urns. Tall center line with equal curving lines on either side, and lower line curving over the container to complete the circle. So whenever we're doing complete circles, we want to have some height coming from the bottom with whatever container or base that we're using. And then you're going to see a nice circular shape at the top. Now this one kind of gets a little bit out of that circular shape a little bit in my opinion, but it's still kind of, you can still definitely see like a nice form over top. Semicircle or crescent, varying lengths of curved lines emerging from a central point, no center line, good for oval or low round bowls. The Hogarth Curve, a feeling of rhythm, swings from a tall tip and returns far down over the neck of the container, and a weight group near the mouth of the container. So typically with these, you're going to see some designs with calla lilies in it and some vines. We'll definitely look at some examples here live in class. So that's a lot of design examples today, but if you have any questions at all, you can give me a call down here in the landscape design classroom. But I appreciate your time. Have a great day, folks.